From what I gather, your bunch is a jealous lot who don't like sharing at all. So there are, however, some few circumstances where some women have shared the love of one man, etc., etc. And polygamy has almost turned out to be a usual, but although mostly done in secret. Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so something you don't see every day, though, is a woman sharing the love of two men. Two men consciously dating her and knowing about the existence of each other. So welcome, guys, to another amazing episode of Randy Radio. I am your host, Randy Pontiff, and the guest today is Nyambura.
Hi.
You have listened to her before, and she talked about orgasms in her 30s, and well, you better listen to that one. And today she will talk to us about how she has managed to be in love with two men at the same damn time, and how she got them both to be equally or even more in love with her. Welcome, Nyambura.
Hi, guys.
How are you doing, Nyambura?
Very good.
So what I would like to know for starts, how did all of this start?
Oh, well, I had one boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who got caught up in something, and he had to be incarcerated for some time. So while he was away, I met someone else, and we kind of fell in love.
Yeah.
But he knew about my situation with the other guy who was in jail. So he was ready to be my boyfriend because we didn't know the fate of the other guy. So when the guy came out, while I was really dating this new guy, I was very open and honest about my current situation. And somehow I got both of them to agree to coexist.
Wow. I might.
It's a lot.
I might need a salesperson for Randy Radio in future, and I'm considering you for the job. Let me ask. Let's be honest here. What is it really? Is it the firebox, or is it? We are curious.
If it's the box, I think you'd have to ask the guys, because I don't know the situation of my own box.
You're the carrier. I mean, wouldn't you know?
I like to think probably I'm a very honest and open person. And to be honest, I think everybody, there's no one person who can be satisfied by just one person, but people are just not honest about it. I'm just lucky to have met two guys who are open to listening to my needs and who understand that none of them can satisfy me fully to what I require.
Yeah, that brings me to my next question. I mean, I'm curious, what is it exactly that you feel for both that is different from the other?
I love them, but they're two different people. So I believe you love people as they come.
Yeah.
So there's no day I'll wake up and find out I love both of them in the same way. I don't want to use the word equally because then it brings in competition, and it's not a matter of competition. I just love two different people in very different ways.
Wow. The problem is now when you say that, it almost means that you will be open to polygamy. But then again, is there a point where you would feel jealous if they had equally or more fulfilling relationships outside of what they have with you?
I am the one who is polyamorous, not them. So if they're going to be in a relationship with me, they're only going to be in a relationship with me.
Wow. Guys, that's how the cookie crumbles. Why is this? Why not share them? Just as much as they're sharing you? Because
I don't want to share. I'm a jealous person. And if they agreed to be with me knowing about the existence of someone else, that does not open them to become like me. Because when I met them, that was not the agreement.
All right.
I'm a little selfish.
Yeah, it is kind of selfish.
Just how I like it.
Wow. Yeah, so okay. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all of this, and probably the listeners are too, because polyamory is only known to be one-sided. And honestly, in all honesty, I think monogamy is a little bit overrated if you ask me, because I think people can love each other very differently. What we don't normally have is polyamory money,
It's
because
true.
maintaining even one relationship is a problem if you don't have the resources. Think of 2, 3, or
Yeah,
4.
but you see, for me, it's easy because I require no resources to be in a relationship with a man.
Yeah.
I just need to avail myself.
Hot box and brain. I think we are settling.
Wow.
We are settling very fast on 2 quick solutions here. I think monogamy, people should really get their minds off this monogamy thing and open their minds a little more towards, say, polyandry or polygamy. In all honesty, you will find that people are doing it secretly anyways. Why not come clean about it?
And one of my boyfriends made a very powerful statement
Yeah.
when he told me that fidelity is not about monogamy, it's about honesty.
Yeah.
So if I can be honest with 2 people and they can both come to an agreement that they love me enough to give me the space and freedom to be with somebody else, why not? Because I don't want to be cheating. I don't want to lie to anyone.
That's true. Have you found yourself at any point, even one harmless lie that would make things a little more comfortable or whatever?
I believe I've been honest to a point of being blunt, even though in the beginning it was a struggle, because obviously people are jealous by nature, and especially men.
Yeah.
But I find out it's better to hurt someone with the truth than to keep lying to them to make a situation better. So at the risk of losing one of them, of which I've made it very clear I don't want to lose anybody. So as much as it was a struggle in the beginning, both men are very emotionally mature and intelligent. And if they understand that me being with somebody else is not making my love any less for them, because when I'm with one, I'm totally present and aware of their presence. So when I'm with the other person, it's not affecting my relationship with the other person. So they both have come to realize that actually with this kind of honesty, that the relationship has become stronger.
Wow. I'm sure the girls listening to this have wished it.
Of course.
And the guys listening to this are reeling in shock. How dare she? How the fuck does this really
Who the
work?
fuck is she?
I mean, what is in that box, really?
Honesty.
Oh my. Most guys right now will be wondering, really wondering how maybe you separate, the way you have to maintain, say, 2 girlfriends. How do you maintain
But you
2
see,
boyfriends?
For most people, when they have 2 girlfriends, they have a main chick and a side chick, they are lying to both of them. It's not an open and honest relationship. So I'm basically doing what men do. I'm just doing it with my chest.
So say, in this case, where there's a second wife in question, and you have to, of course, cater to her needs emotionally, financially, etc. What exactly are the needs of these 2 guys that you cater to?
I believe both of them just want my love and affection, of which I have a lot to give. Plus, I'm a woman. I can multitask.
You guys, I think polyamory was meant for you guys, mostly because us guys just not the one time, and then there's a whole refractory period of, I don't know, 2 hours or so.
But I can have sex with one and have sex with the other in the same night,
Yeah.
and
So
it won't be a problem for me.
yeah, I really think polyamory was meant for you girls. And then there's this fun fact that I'd like to share with the listeners today, that the reason why polyamory is good, especially for your sex life, is because, for us guys now, it's because when there's two different, say you're having sex with two different women, the refractory period is less than when you just have sex with one woman.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know
So
that.
the prospect of having a new fresh vagina makes you get it up faster, I think. Yeah.
I can get that.
So when you bounce between two chicks, you'll fuck more than when it's just the one chick.
Interesting.
Yeah. And if your first one is into it, you can make them watch or play with each other. Oh, I'm digressing.
You're telling us your fantasy.
Yeah. I'm kind of, I got lost in my head there. So would anything ever happen that will make you change it up and switch it back to monogamy with either one of them?
If this is a question that has been on my mind for a long time, and that I've actually discussed with both of them. If one of them happens to put a ring on it, I think at that point, because you see, a marriage is different from just a relationship. The commitment is more, and when you're living with one person, it's more difficult to create space for another person. So I guess whoever gives me a ring first wins the race.
At the bottom line, I guess now it boils down to some sort of competition now, right?
Well, not really, but if one of them feels that they love me enough to lock it down at that point, then I'm ready to be locked down.
Quick question though. Why not open the relationship up with both of them?
Why the hell would I do that?
As in,
of what benefit?
Because
of what benefit would it be to me?
Because I'm assuming in this case they've let you be free to be who you want to be, and I'm feeling like if you'd want them to be who they want to be, you'd open it up and see how it develops.
That's not who they are, and if that's who they are, I don't want them.
Okay. So
I want faithful men.
Don't you want to ask or find out if they'll be open to doing it if you were to let it happen?
I have had the discussion with both, and I actually gave one of my boyfriends a hall pass, and he didn't take the chance because he says when he's with me, being with somebody else would take away from the experience of being with me, and he doesn't want to interfere with that. So I guess he's a faithful man.
Hey, we need a commercial break. Well, maybe the nagging question will be how you manage the sexual part of it. Do both of them get you there in different ways? Is there a point where you have sat back and compared who is doing how or whatever? Is it a point of conversation that you have with both of them about what you're doing sexually with the other?
Yes. One of them is the kind of person, he was very resistant to the idea of me being with somebody else in the beginning. But when he found out that I wasn't going to leave the other person for him, we had the conversation, and now that we openly talk about it, he keeps asking how sex with the other guy is, and I'm very honest about how it is. But it's not a matter of being better, because at the end of the day, I'm just looking to have my orgasms and be happy. So it doesn't matter to me how somebody gets me there, because when I have feelings for someone, it's about the experience, and it's different. The experiences are different with both of them. It's weird because when I'm with one guy, I don't think about the other guy. When I'm having sex with one guy, I'm present.
At all?
At all.
Wow.
I'm present at that time. Maybe after the sex, I might, I'm a human being. I might feel the need to compare, and I might think, this is the best sex I've had. But once I go back to the other guy, then I start thinking, oh my God, this is the best sex I've ever had. So, yeah.
Do they know of the stories? Do you swap stories with them?
Not just stories.
Yeah.
Pictures and videos.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Tell us more.
Yeah, so the first guy, the guy who went to jail, is a very jealous guy. And in the beginning, as I said, he was very resistant to the idea of me fucking another guy openly. But once he realized that it was happening, he's actually more into it than the other guy. So he's been asking for pictures and videos. And it's so weird because it's not even me who sends him pictures and videos of us having sex. It's my boyfriend who does. They're out there exchanging information.
Call it swapping notes. Or whatever. Okay.
Living my best life.
You must be. As I said earlier, most girls just want to be you probably right now, because I think most girls think about it, but since sex has been very weaponized, we'll want now to think that they're hoes, or there'll be labeling. Now people want to look down upon them. It's as if their value has gone down. Yet look at how fulfilling it may. I wish people can actually maybe hear you smile on the microphone, because it's fulfilling.
To be honest, this is the most fulfilling phase of my life. I've never had better sex. I've never connected with people better before. I'm glowing.
So when it comes to your needs, they meet them differently as well, right? In the sense that maybe, say, emotionally, where one lacks, the other one comes through. Right?
So what I don't get from one relationship, I'm definitely getting from the other.
Wow. Yeah, the world needs to hear this. In what ways, though, besides where you get to be emotionally satisfied, in what ways is monogamy, is this better than the monogamy we are used to?
I think also the financial aspect.
Yeah.
Because both of them take care of me financially in up to a point. And I believe it's better when I have two guys combining efforts to take care of me, because none of them feels too much pressure. If one doesn't have, the other one definitely has.
Right.
So actually, it's easier for the guys to be with me because the pressure
is less.
Yeah, it's divided between the two.
Yeah, that's interesting. And you see the way you've said it's the other boyfriend that sends the other boyfriend videos, pictures, etc. How does their friendship make you feel like?
It turns me on, to be honest, because there is, when you have honest and open sex, when there's no lie at the back of your mind, that's the most mind-blowing sex for me. So when I'm lying down and I know I'm not lying to anybody, that's my pleasure.
Hey. Phew. So, my listeners will not forgive me if I didn't ask you this. if at any point they were to meet, say in one location, of course you'd be there. Would the sex be a threesome, or would you want to do it separately with both?
If they were open to it,
Yeah.
I would love to have them in the same room.
Guys, it's super interesting hearing all of these
And
possibilities.
honestly, I see it happening eventually.
Tell us what's in your mind about that. How do you see it happening?
I mean, if in the beginning they were both worlds apart from each other, no connection, the only connection between them was me. But now they are open enough to talk to each other and be friends. If one of them calls me and can't find me, he will call my other boyfriend to find out where I am. So the tighter the crew becomes, the better for me. Because when they're open to each other, they better provide for me what I need.
Yeah, you heard from the sovereign queen herself, Lilith, the mother of humanity, the changer of ways.
The divine hope.
Oh, guy. You know, it's super interesting hearing all of these possibilities that exist. And of course, for me, the winner will be between a guy, the bi girlfriend, and the lesbian girlfriend. Whew. Yeah, that's my small fantasy right there.
Isn't that all men though?
Not really. Most men will just prefer the chicks to be bi so that they both fuck him.
Oh yeah.
You see? Yeah, mine is a little bit tweaked, but interesting.
But same.
Well, I suppose that would be
Most men don't have a problem with their girlfriend sleeping with another woman.
at all.
They have a problem with their girlfriend sleeping with another man.
It's just a toxic masculinity thing.
Which doesn't make sense to me, because as long as I'm sleeping with somebody else, as long as I'm sharing myself with somebody else, it doesn't matter who they are. I am still sharing myself with somebody else.
I think that's why most married guys think having a gay affair is not cheating, because it's not another woman.
Exactly.
Holy shit. But tell me, don't you think that would be on a different scale of amazing? A guy, a bi chick, and the lesbian girlfriend.
Oh, please. I like two guys better.
Oh my god, you like trains better. Choo choo.
Choo choo.
So, I'm imagining how much of a pillow princess you would be if the two guys ended up in the room. As in, just you getting banged left, right, and
God,
center.
The dream.
Is there a chance where you would want a third boyfriend?
Well, at the moment, I don't think emotionally I'd be capable of handling it.
Yeah.
But anytime there's a new guy talking to me, I'm very honest. I have two boyfriends. So if you want to join the train, what are you bringing to the table?
I'm still stuck at the train.
The train of thought.
The train of a thought.
I see what you did.
Yo, I have a lot of questions, but I don't think I'll cover all of them here. So maybe we'll have to hear from our audience. So maybe girls, tell us, is this something you would wish upon yourself? Would you want, say, a guy you've been eyeing for a minute there to be with you in the same relationship as the guy you're seeing right now? And would both of your guys be comfortable with it? Is your box that good? Is your box that good to be?
I don't think it's about
I know.
the box. I think it's about how you package the information and the level of honesty about your needs.
That's true. Yeah, I'm just the box thing is just me making fun out of all of it. But yeah, do you feel like if two guys were to be in your life, will it be much better than just the one guy? Will you feel much better about opening it up and like when it's just a secret? I'm sure most chicks too have side niggas.
Of course.
Where kwanza this turns guys a lot. Kwanza knowing you're smashing someone's cheek. Woo!
Are you talking about
No, I'm
yourself?
not myself. Moving on very swiftly. It's if it opens up, I think most side niggas will get dropped. That's my analysis of the whole situation. I think it just turns them on to emasculate another guy, not because of the sex.
Which doesn't make sense to me, because a woman's sexuality belongs to her.
Yeah.
Sole agency. So I don't understand how, because you're fucking someone who's with another guy, that you're taking away from the guy. Because the woman is sharing herself with you.
It's the same school of thought
And
where
she doesn't belong to the other guy.
That's true. Yeah, someone very smart once said, you don't own a person, you experience them. And I feel like most people take away very little from experience and just want to own. The sense of ownership is what actually turns people on, unlike the experiencing bit, where I just know, nakuaga na bibi. But do you ever care about that wife? Do you satisfy her mentally, physically, emotionally, etc.? And I think once you've freed your mind out of that cocoon where you feel like you want to own someone, or where you feel like having sex with someone takes away something from them that you'll have as a trophy or whatever, I think that's a very unhealthy point of view of sex. And by the way, there's nothing about having a hot box. There's nothing wrong about having one. If it's the one that's doing all this magic, power to you, sis. Because vaginas have been degraded for the longest time. People don't even realize how much power they have. I might have made a joke recently about vaginas being the V-power of most relationships. And yeah, I think the reason why most people, we are sexual beings and we fail to not recognize this, that sometimes, don't think that it's a fetish when your girlfriend takes up a toy after you're done. It's not a fetish, she's not satisfied. Spoiler alert.
Thank you.
And you might as well find ways.
Louder for the 30-second man.
Yes. You might
2 fire strokes.
It's not she's just trying to get there with or without you. And imagine if there was another guy who would do what you can't do, and you also for sure can't do what he can do, or can do what he can't do. As in there can be a swap here, there can be a balance.
Why
of
can't
sorts.
people coexist?
And just love each other.
You know, when you talked about not owning but experiencing, I think my 2 boyfriends have gotten to that level of realization that I'm still with you, I'm still choosing to be experienced by you. You just don't own me, and neither does the other person. We're just 3 people who decided to be together. Wow.
Guys, that right there is the Holy Trinity. You better worship at its altar.
The mother and these sons are my bitches.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You guys have the girl. I want comments. Guys, please feel free to tell me if you'd share your woman, if she were open to it, and would you want her to be satisfied more, or even in better, bigger ways. And I'm not talking about your dick size. Just try and open your mind to it for a minute. You won't die, promise.
You might even be surprised.
Yes, that you get to be who you are without feeling inadequate, unlike when you're just there feeling inadequate and there's no gap filler because both of you are miserable. And when there's that gap filled, you'll feel like you don't need to really work too hard, because relationships shouldn't be work. It should be something that comes naturally, and feeling
each other.
And once you feel like it's coming naturally, I think you'll be able to now be who you want to be and love the person that you want to love without feeling like you have a goal to achieve.
Imagine the magic of setting someone you love free and them coming back to you every time. Being chosen every time, despite the fact that they have someone else to go to, but they still choose to be with you.
Picture that for a minute. Might get a bone out of it. So guys, flood my comment sections. I really want to hear more. Do you like your love singular or plural? So to finalize this episode, maybe Nyambura has something to say to those who seek to be freed to love and to be loved without bounds like she is.
I think women should be open and honest first with themselves, because I'm sure there are people who have the same needs I have. I'm not special, but they haven't even gotten to the point of admitting to themselves what they need.
Wow.
And to get over self-judgment, because I believe before other people judge you, for judgment to be valid, it has to be you accepting judgment from others, and you only accept because already you've judged yourself. So be open and honest with yourself so that you can be able to be honest with other people.
Yeah.
And hopefully you might meet people who are ready to satisfy your needs.
You know? Imagine two... Anyway, enough of my fetishes. You heard the girl. You have been listening to Randy Radio. Thank you very much for tuning in, guys. And it is goodbye from me and Nyambura for now.
Bye, guys.
Till next time. Bye.
Bye.